All right, so in this lecture, we're going to talk about the portfolio and submitting your final portfolio. So what you guys are going to do, and we've talked about this all semester, every time you've gotten a project back from me, I've tried to remind you in the notes at least, if not verbally in class, to go in there and make your final changes. So if you made a 96 on something, go in there and save as, make your new changes. And when you do the save as, what I would recommend that you do is come in here. I think that it already was set up this way. When we copied this folder over, yeah, we copied over all of this, or at least unit 7 and up. You had a folder in here called portfolio. What I want you to do, and hopefully you've been doing it all semester, is as you make your final changes, like you got it back, you made it 98, you had 2 points worth of something to go in there and change. Go change those things, save it into your portfolio folder, and that just makes it easier. So that way you know that's the one place that has the good file, because you don't want to be like, well, was it my flash drive? Was it on my here? Did I have it at home? Find your good file that you know the final changes have been made into, save it into the portfolio drive or folder. Then what you need to do is make a cover page. And you can use whatever you'd like for the cover page. And I'm going to show you a bunch of portfolio examples. And you'll see all different types of cover pages. It'll mostly be probably inserting an image or, designing something if you want to get that fancy with it. But so what you'll do is when you make that cover page, you'll start off with, like I'm in the title blocks drawing. I just kind of wipe that out, just a B-size sheet of paper. You can insert an image, make it say whatever you need it to say. I at least need to have your name, your semester, so we're summer 2016, and your course note, like synonym number, so whatever our synonym number is for this class. So I at least need that information. You can put in the date or whatever. I at least need your name, semester, and our course number, synonym number. You'll design your own cover page. And then what we're going to end up doing is we'll do the publish command. And when the publish command pops up, this is what it looks like. So we've got, this is just this drawing. If you have multiple drawings open, you'll see them all listed here. But you can see it's got model space. We don't want to have model space at all, so I'm going to delete that. I just press the delete button. I have just set up, actually, let's go in here, watch. There, so we at least have something, looks like something here. So publish, remove the model, remove the architectural one, because mechanical is what I did that on. And all you have to do now, once you know that you've got all of your projects complete, you're going to click on the plus sign and you're going to go find your projects. So let's go. We don't have to put anything from unit 1. I'll put a list on the board of what all you need. It's all the drawings that we've done. We didn't really draw anything in unit 1. We had drawings that we opened and we made layouts and stuff. Yes, sir?
We don't need the templates.
You're right. So unit 1 and then the templates as well we don't need. So we're going to insert op amp. And notice I'm going to choose the operational amp schematic. Right here it's giving me an option. It says model and layout. I can choose just layout. That way I don't have to keep going and deleting that model option. So I'll select and I've got that there. I'll click a little plus sign again and we'll go grab that civil project right there. And notice it remembered. Once I set it to layout, it remembers that. So now we'll come up here and we'll go grab that cabin project. I don't even know which one's the right one. We'll just say this. And so floor plans, elevations. I don't know why I have 2 foundations. What else? No, that was it, right? That's all we've done. Oh, your Tinker Toys. Yep, you're right. So we'll come in here. Tinker Toys. So I've just made, that's what yours is gonna look like. So you've got your op amp, you've got your civil project, you've got your architectural project, and you've got your Tinker Toys, everything that we've drawn this semester. And you've got your cover page. So this is all you have to do. If you do right here, you can say publish to, publish to. What you guys are gonna do is choose DWIF. You can make a PDF if you need to. Like, this is a great way to send a group of things to a PDF if you're making that for a client. Or you can choose plotter named and page setup. This is a really cool way. If you've got, other classes, or you've got a big project and you need to print out a bunch of things, a bunch of layouts at one time, if your layout says it's going to room 3208, that's the plotter that it has named, you could say plotter named and page setup, and then everything in this list will just shoot over to whatever the page setup plotter was. Hopefully it's the same plotter in all of your layouts, or you'll be running all over the department. But anyway, that's a pretty cool option. This used to be a command in AutoCAD called batch plot, and so this kind of replaced batch plot was the publish. But I'm going to choose DWIF. And when I say publish, I can tell it where I need it to be. Let's just put it on the desktop, and we'll call this.
There is no,
Portfolio.
it doesn't matter what title block we use, we need to use title account, it doesn't matter.
You won't even, you'll see on these examples, you don't even really need a title block. Some people do. You'll see on the examples what you want to decide you want to do. So that's it. The thing right here, it'll pop up and say, do you want to save this list of sheets? I always say no to this, but if you know that you're going to constantly be publishing or trying to print or making a DWIF out of this same group of sheets, you can save that, and it saves it as I think a .dsd file. And then that way, in the future, you could just choose sheet list and you could go browse to where that sheet list is saved. We're only making one portfolio here, and hopefully you only have to produce it once. So you just can say no to this. Takes a little while. It's publishing in the background. While it's publishing, we'll come over here and look at some examples just that I've gotten through the years of portfolios. Oh wait, no, hold on, that's what I'm grading. This guy right here, this one's pretty sharp looking. You can see he didn't use a title block. This guy used to be a graphic designer for a living, so his is really sharp. This little bearing project is one we used to do in this class that he did as the cover, but you can see he rendered it. He has CAD, then he went into a layout and kind of took a screenshot of that. He's got his op amp. He's got his civil. We used to do a rendering of our cabin, and we don't do that anymore because this program is antiquated. They don't make it anymore. And I haven't found one that I like that replaces it. But he's got his cabin. This was his bearing back when we did that. And then this is his 3D project. But do you see what happens? This is what I was talking about, how it kind of gets glassy looking. And I don't know what makes it do that, where it kind of looks like it's underwater. That's kind of cool, actually. So that's one example. My publish is complete, so let's go look at that. Where did I save it? To my desktop? Oh, nice, Ashley. I wrote that on the viewports layer, so my Word cover page does not even appear. But you can see I've got this. I've got just all the pages that I was supposed to publish, and that's just making it into one big DWIF. Here's another one. I kind of love this one. She took that cabin, she made it into 3D, and then she put it on top of the floor plan. That's her op amp, just walking through. She did a beautiful rendering here. I'm so sad that this program doesn't work anymore because it works. They just don't support it anymore. And this was her Tinker Toys, all smushed up together. This one, she just liked architecture, so she went and found pictures of stuff that she liked, and she just kind of made a background image that she liked here. of her favorite architecture. And then the rest, I mean, most of these, they just look like everybody else's. So her Tinker Toys, she kind of found this cool image and she got her Tinker Toys to go with it. This woman, she and her dad sold rugs, like those people on the street corners that sell rugs. So on the weekends, it was like her dad's business, and she would help him out. She works for an architectural firm now, but she would actually sit and doodle in class, like while she's waiting for a lecture or something. I'd walk in, and she would doodle stuff like this in CAD and go hatch it in. And she was like making designs for rugs. And so it was very her. I love that cover page. It was very her. But, you know, the rest of this is all the same. And this is where she did number hers. Let's see. This was the Jeep guy. His final one, he had his parts in a Jeep. And for some reason, he put this, I guess because I talked about my ex-husband's business or doing decks. I think he was like trying to suck up with a deck there, which was funny. Not that I have a passion for decks. Oh, I ended up making him close the, you know, like he found it, but he was the Jeep guy. It might be his Jeep. I love this one. She's an interior design student at UT, and so she drew this. Look how cool this is. She has her name coming out.
It has the semester, course semester, and year.
And let's see what she did on her. So she had her 3D parts just sitting on a table. Looks like she didn't really render them with material, but whatever, they look good. This guy, he said that was his car. You know, he was probably 19 years old. I have a feeling that wasn't really his car, but whatever. I never saw it in the parking lot, but that's a fabulous car. And really, he just threw in an image, threw in a hatch, and he left his title block there. So, anyway, red, but you can see what happens, that it's so reflective that it just starts to look weird. That's the instructor templates. This one's a cool one. I think, did I show you guys this one? Yeah. His 3D. He says that these were his 3D parts were cows in a field and they were being abducted by aliens.
Oh, that's funny.
So that's what this all is aliens abducting cows. Let's see, what else do I have here? This one is Gabe's. So you guys had Gabe as a sub. This was way back when he was in my class. And I love this cover because that program that we can't render in anymore, you bring it in and it looks sketchy. Actually, you saw a visual style that was sketchy. You could set it to that too. So he took his CAD drawing of the cabin, made it look sketchy, kind of melded it in with the CAD drawing. He did a rendering of it with materials, and then he took the picture of the final one. And I love this because this is what we do. It's sketch to CAD to 3D to reality. So I loved that. And he's embarrassed. Look at his cabin. 3D treehouse. He's embarrassed by this. He always talks about how embarrassed he is, but I think this is super cool. I still think it's adorable. His little runway, he had like these all down a little runway on a pinball machine that was like from Sesame Street. It was a Sesame Street counting to 12 or something in a pinball machine. Was it Electric Company? Yeah. It's like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So anyway, and he just, that's just some examples, just so you can kind of get a feel for what portfolios look like. You can make your cover page anything you want it to be. So it can be super, super simple, or it can be, put in detail, put in things that you love. If you're really into Pokemon Go, whatever it is, make it whatever you want it, and then just make a nice cover page. The key to it is you need to go in and save your changes that I've asked you to make on all of your final graded projects. If you don't, and this is where it gets to be, pretty serious, it impacts your grade here. If you don't, there are only 10 pages to this portfolio. By the time you look at the cover page, op-amp, 4 pages for the schematic, 2 pages for the, or I'm sorry, whatever. 4
1
pages
page for the schematic, 2 pages for the
Civil.
for civil, and 4 pages for the architectural, and 1 page for the 3D.
There you go. So if you add all of those up,
That's actually 9.
9. So then 9 pages. Was that with the cover? It's 9?
Yeah, because you showed me that. You showed
Okay.
us that previously. Where does the extra page come from? Hello.
Well, we've knocked out one of the projects. We did not do one of the projects this semester. So then 9 pages, but the key is if you only miss 2 points on your op-amp because you forgot, you misspelled a word here and there or something like that, or you left out a dot at a T connection, that's only 2 points on your op-amp. But if you did not make the change for your portfolio, that whole entire page gets counted off. So
That's serious.
that's pretty big. That's a really big deal. So a whole entire page counted off when it was a 2-point mistake originally. But the whole point is you're supposed to make your changes to that project. So when I open it up and it's exactly the same as the final one that I marked up, then you didn't make the change, and that was the point in this project, is to go make your final changes. So that can really come back and bite you. So a lot of people are like, oh, I'm at the end of the semester, I'm just gonna not go make changes, I'll just give her whatever. And it's not that I want to see a really cute cover page. That's not my point here in the portfolio. It's to go back and actually make those changes and make it right. So I do want to kind of warn you about that when it comes time for the portfolio. Do you guys have any questions for me? Oh, all right, I'm going to let your screens go and